That's the
Selecting.
spirit. That's the spirit. Well, that's what we like to see.
I don't know. I just realized that my little widget is gone from this scene. I'm gonna have to try to copy that over. Bear with me.
Also, notice Warwick's beautiful new avatar,
Oh, geez. Yeah!
which he won in the previous
That
tournament.
is a lovely avatar. I really like that, actually. Okay. I think it's gonna work. Do we have the widget now? Yeah, it's right in the center of the screen, which is probably not where it should go, but
Yep.
we're gonna we'll move it over somewhere. Once we actually start once we start, I'll figure out a good place for it. Until then, it goes in the middle of the screen. Or maybe we can put ourselves in the turn order. Oh man. Well, we have some downtime. So Jason, my partner is gonna kill me if I don't ask you because she's like, you gotta ask him. You gotta ask him. Have you been to Alton Towers?
Oh, maybe when I was like 8 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't we just put ourselves over here? Why not? We will talk about Alton Towers in a second, but all right, we have falling debris here. Everyone's stacking up in the front. Almost a mirror match. But yeah, we do have a nice warrior on that right-hand side there, so there's some shove potential going on.
Yep. I see they're using Shio for the sweeping guard. Cover both of Fwuff's characters there.
This is true.
So one interesting aspect of the falling debris is there's now a bit more randomness in that we don't know where the debris is going to move to after it triggers, right? It respawns in a new tile.
Exactly.
So one thing I'm interested to see is if it still feels fair, or if we need to have a bit more information or control over how the debris moves around. I feel like in a casual battle or like in against the AI, it's probably all good.
Yeah.
In a more like serious competitive format, maybe it's something that needs to be toggled off for like a serious tournament or something like that. I'm not sure.
Sure, yeah. I mean, that could be an option. Again, it probably depends on how many rounds it takes for falling debris to spawn in. And that may or may not be fair, depending on how that works. Because as of right now, it really favors faster characters. But depending on how it works out, that might just be something that people will have to work around. All right, Fluffy. Fluffy's Shio is taking a little bit of beating there, down to half health right now, but it's still very early in the game. They have a couple characters lined up pretty soon in this turn order, so they have more than enough chance to get in some good hits coming up.
Yeah, I think so. The real dangerous thing is when you get taken out before you even get to your first round of characters off.
Yes,
and it looks like they're going to at least survive until their next turn here.
There's a little bit dangerous here. We have a spawn, the falling debris spawn on Warwick's side, right underneath that warrior. So it looks like it's going to happen in 5 rounds. Now, Jason, is that going to hit before the warrior can move, or 6 rounds rather? We look at that turn order.
It's going to be. I think they're going to need to 4, 3, 2, 1. I think that will get them, right?
We'll see. Depends on order of operations here, right? So. All right, let's see what Fluffy's got going on here. They got a good chemist and ranger sequence coming up. And then right after that, we have Warwick's ranger going back to Fluffy's Shio. So plenty of opportunities for some additional damage here. Fan favorite Vigor popping up there onto the ranger.
I think that makes sense here.
All right, preemptively moving behind that ranger.
Yeah, I feel like that's also a good move, right? Like, a lot of the chemist utility really works when they're stood behind their ally, but then that the falling debris next to them may cause trouble if they want to be able to defend their, move to defend their chemist after this.
All right, we see a trap going down, further limiting their range of motion there on Warwick's side. Now, Jason, if there's a trap down, does that prevent falling debris from spawning in that zone, or is it unaffected by that?
It can spawn on top of a trap, or the same for the corrosive tile there.
Gotcha. Okay.
I believe the only thing it won't spawn is right on top of the half cover.
So not like inaccessible tiles, basically.
Yeah, exactly. If it's a tile which you can theoretically stand on, then the debris can spawn there. Yep.
All right, we're back to Shio. See what we got going on here.
So it's looking like Warwick's will have a chance to move there.
Yes.
Warrior, but that trap placement was also a good move. I mean, it feels like the Warrior's going to want to shift back a column, but then the trap being there means they can't recreate this whole formation in a new column. So Warwick's is going to have to pull something out of the bag.
Yes.
Which I have no doubt that he'll be able to do, but it's definitely disruptive.
All right, we got to focus up right here. Betting that Shio is going to survive the next couple of rounds here. A little bit of a risky move, but depending on how that chemist lines up, we could see that character having a turn pretty soon. It looks like that's just enough damage to knock out Shio before Shio is able to use a focus ability. So, a brutal combo right there. But a good idea getting that chemist behind Shio, trying to get them to go a little bit faster. Probably switching over the chemist to that lurk stance would have allowed them to go a little bit sooner.
I wonder if that may have also made the difference between the warrior getting out of the way or not.
Yeah, maybe that could have definitely played a factor there. Buffy still has that Vigor Potion active on the Ranger, so some burst damage output is available to them.
Looks like they're going for the focus, though. Also not a bad move. They've got the chemist coming up.
Yes.
Support them again as well.
All right, let's see what we get here. Do we get a quick shot? Do we get a trap? Do we get a focus up? Who knows? All I know is that chemist is going to need to move out of that falling rock zone pretty soon. So it looks like a quick shot. Some decent damage right there. Solid 9 damage, yeah.
Like not much the chemist can do at this exact moment on this turn to help out.
Yep.
But the Ranger is certainly amped up for a powerful attack here.
Definitely. Repositioning that trap, going to that evasive stance.
Yeah, I think some solid use of the trap so far.
Yeah, it really preventing Warwick's from getting that sentinel stance back in. pretty soon it looks like we're going to see another spawning in of those falling rocks, so let's see where they go. All right, it looks like it's going to go back on the same tile. Hey, that's RNG for you. All right, that ranger is absolutely pumped up right now. The attack bonus, the bigger potion, and the last one standing. Whatever happens here, we should see some damage.
And a dodge there. Probably quite welcome at this moment.
Exactly.
You know, I was thinking that maybe the ranger should have used that focus attack on the previous turn, but looking at it now, with the last one standing bonus as well.
Yeah, that can help. Hey, there's some AoE. Love to see it. Right back to evasive stance. Do not want to get hit at this point in time. It looks like Works has plenty of a action advantage right here. 3 characters up versus 1. Plenty of dodges, but see how long that Ranger can survive. Getting a little unlucky there with getting hit. We're back to that Ranger, though. Focusing up again, probably looking for either one of 2 things. Could heal, or get some more AoE damage in. And that's going to do it. A valiant effort on Fluffy's side, but...
Yeah, I think so, especially in terms of disrupting Orcs' formation. Like, ultimately, they weren't able to kind of defend some of their squishier characters quite enough, but in terms of like disrupting the formation,
yeah,
I feel like Warwick's was kind of always reacting there in terms of positioning.
Indeed. Not too much sentinel stance happening, which is a big defensive and offensive, I guess, boon for Warwick's.
Nor guard, right? Like the warriors' stances were
no guard either.
Totally ineffective there.
Yes.
Okay, who's next? Yeah. No, I mean, I was quite impressed by that for the first game back after a long time.
Yeah, it takes a little bit, you know?
You're definitely thinking about the right things, and as we've said several times, Warwick's is terrifying for all of us. So.
I mean, I'm just trying to think of what was in the game like a year ago versus what's in the game now, and there's been some changes. There's definitely been some changes. Ooh, we got Paul stepping into the ring there against Warwick's. So yeah, just let us know when you guys are both in the battle.
Yeah, a lot of changes, especially in the past, couple of months. I mean, there's really been a lot of stuff going on with this new regular patch cycle. We've got 2 new characters. We've got these 3 terrain objects.
Yeah, huge differences. And definitely a lot of the characters have been rebalanced, reworked. So, all right, it looks like we got...
Speaking of reworking characters.
Speaking of reworking characters.
Hint, hint.
Hint, hint. Nudge, nudge. Wink, wink. Yeah, you might have some serious reworks for a couple of characters pretty soon. So keep an eye on that.
Yeah. So if you press escape, it should bring up an options menu, and then you can just turn the music down there.
Yep, you can just slide that down. Is that for the main menu, Jason? Can you do that?
I believe you can do it. Yeah, you can.
Okay, cool. Just waiting for oh, never mind. We're not waiting anymore. Let's go.
Are we in? Okay.
Yeah, we're in. All right, love to see that falling debris.
Oh, similar
Nice
layout
corrosion.
again.
All right, Paul's bringing a couple different characters in this round. We've got Totem and we've got the Engineer. They're definitely looking to take advantage of that Totem, possibly an arm hook.
Yeah.
Really,
Some sneaky positional stuff.
Sneaky positioning things will happen here. Yeah, I'm excited to see how this battle's gonna go.
Yeah, I mean, on the previous layouts where instead of the corrosion we had the back row like hard locked off.
Yes.
This team comp, I don't want to say dominated, but it was like really super effective. So I'm interested to see how changing from block tiles to corrosion affects that. Is it still super effective here?
That's a beefy quick shot. Couple more of those quick shots and that Engineer's going to be in trouble. Gotta have to get it as much damage as possible.
Yeah, I mean,
definitely taking advantage of those early picks of those particular stances, which give bonus damage on the first attack afterwards. So definitely a good way to front load some damage output.
Yeah, I mean, both the Engineer and Totem are relatively squishy and vulnerable, so
yes,
you can find a way to take them out early.
Ooh, we see a delayed turn right here. Falling debris does happen, just so happens to get right on top of Warwick's Warrior.
Yeah, Warwick's Warrior's not having a good day.
No, it hasn't been having a couple of good days so far, so. Looks like Paul's trying to shuffle around that turn order as much as possible. So it looks like unless something terrible or something lovely happens for Warwick's, then it's going to get hit by some rocks for the first time this patch, it looks like. Focusing up. Solid choice.
Yeah, so like I think you said before the tournament, Andrew, the damage is 10 damage from the falling debris right now. So it remains to be seen whether that's enough of an incentive to get out of the way. Like, is it? I know we've definitely seen plenty of battles where 10 damage would have made the difference.
Yes, it could definitely make or break a lot of this stuff. The other thing to be aware of, though, that corrosive damage can do like 15 damage over time, I believe, over the 3 rounds if you get out like immediately. So there's yet to be seen some balancing types of issues. Well, not issues, but you know how we can balance this thing.
Very interesting. Paul's chosen to pull him out of the debris into
rocks.
the corrosion.
No rocks, just corrosion.
I don't think he's got any way to pull him back in, has he, before his next turn?
No, it does not look like it.
That would have been really harsh.
Brutal.
I could see something with the chemist and the engineer, like just pulling people in and out of corrosion and debris.
Yeah, definitely. All right, we see Shio focusing up there. They have some particularly impactful focus abilities on that character.
Yeah, I mean, right now Paul's got everyone lined up such that they're not super vulnerable to those.
Yes.
But but that can change when the debris shifts. We also have the Ranger with their explosive burst, which can target Paul in the current position.
All right. We see an overload, pushing a couple of characters back on that turn order. Really helping out Paul here, getting that totem back up probably pretty soon. And in the repositioning of characters, because the falling debris will change its position pretty soon. So that gives him plenty of time to reposition, figure out what they want to do.
Yeah. I mean, things have been going quite well for Paul, but on the other hand, a lot of the damage has been spread over all of Oryx's team.
Yes.
Like, Paul hasn't been able to like focus anyone in particular. And Paul's engineer is definitely in the danger zone right now, so
yeah, totally. All right. The debris has moved. Not too bad for Paul, not too bad for Oryx. No immediate danger for either of those characters, but both sides have ways to push characters around, so.
Very interesting, yeah. Paul doesn't care about the debris.
The debris knows to stay away from Paul's characters.
Also placing that totem there. I mean, it definitely makes sense, but it's been
Right,
a shame
slow
that
them
there's always been a better option than going for the debris for Paul,
Yes.
it seems like.
All right, we're focusing up here. Using that to inspire as much as possible with the warrior. Looks like we're gonna get a triple shot here.
Yep. Once again, it's spread damage though. I mean, I'm sure Paul's ahead overall on points, on HP, but yeah.
Yeah, things can get dangerous pretty quickly for Paul. Both for the engineer and the warrior, to be honest. There's a lot of combo potential on Warwick's side. So neither of those characters are like particularly, I would say, safe 100% of the time right now.
Paul could win. Getting low-key excited about that.
He could win. Get your PogChamps ready. Ooh, 8 health. All right.
Oof.
All right. What have we got going on for this totem here?
Yeah, I mean, right now I'd be quite scared of Oryx's Shio.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, all right. Seeing a pressure release. Get a little damage output there. Looks like we're going to be taking out that ranger as soon as that ranger starts their next turn. But two of Paul's characters are on the ropes right now.
Yeah, I mean, if Paul can at least make Oryx expend a whole turn to get rid of each of those, then
yeah, that works out pretty well for Paul. All right. Get the dreaded Shio's turn right now. All focused up and nowhere to go. Could definitely take out one of Paul's characters right here. Paul's been using the warrior a lot for their inspire ability. Really getting off all those AoE type damage. But we'll see what Works has in store here.
he's thinking.
Thinking a lot here. There's a couple of things that Works could do. Finagle an extra round out of another character, but they got 10 seconds left to do it. Oh man, here we go.
Yeah,
all right.
It had to be the warrior, right?
Had to be.
Yeah.
Warrior was dangerous.
Yeah, if that, I'm sure Paul was wishing that totem was positioned for a nicer AoE.
Yep. Well, it looks like we have another falling debris change right here. So a rather fortunate layout for Paul right now, considering that we have 2 negative terrain effects stacked up right behind Shio. So come on, Paul. I know you can do it. We could do this.
Oh, so he's using the delay turn to stall out the falling debris. I just clocked to what Paul's doing.
Yes,
so
indeed.
There's definitely a question about whether, because right now delay turn it's not really a delay turn. What it kind of actually does is it moves your next turn up in the turn order.
That's
so
correct.
it kind of the turn on which you delay still kind of counts as a turn in terms of these effects ticking over.
Looks like Paul's gonna try to stall out Shio as much as possible, push them back in the turn order, and it looks like it's gonna work. Looks like it's gonna work. We're gonna pull. All right, we're poisoned and we've got some rocks coming, so...
I mean, I'm kind of proud of Paul, but I don't know if this feels like an exploit or if this feels legit.
It's legit. It's all legit. It's random on both sides, right? So it's fair.
That's true. Yeah. Maybe we'll
But-
revisit that delay turn interaction with the debris timer.
Sure.
But it's pretty smart.
All right, getting some beefy damage in there, just with a normal slash attack here. Actually, the warrior really feeling the effects of that corrosion right now. They would definitely be at a higher health total if it were not for that at this point. All right. Off screen, we saw some fallen debris happen. Put that down in the notes. Call more attention to falling debris. Looks like that's more than enough damage to knock out Shio before they can take another one. So with a combination of terrain effects, proper positioning, totem placement, and delaying of turns just enough to knock out that character. So took some finagling on Paul's end.
Yeah,
but,
finagling is right. Like pretty much a lot of the decisions he made seemed kind of counterintuitive, right? Like he put the totem on the falling debris, he pulled him out of the falling debris tile, he used delay turn in quite a creative way. So this is what you need to do to beat Oryx.
Mastery of gameplay concepts. So does this mean we're gonna see Paul versus Fluffy? I think it is. All right, valiant effort by Warix. Against all odds, Paul has come out on top. Defeated the honestly, indisputably master strategist, at least in the history of this game so far, if number of tournament titles means much, and it does. Yeah, there's my pog. Get the pogs out. We're gonna pretend to understand how Twitch memes. You could take a breather, Paul. Well earned.
It was still getting close at the end, right? I thought it might come down to engineer trying to levitate their way out of the ranger on like a 1v1 situation or something.
Yeah, that would have been really dangerous if that ranger had stayed up for any more rounds, pretty much, because that basically would have sealed it for Paul's engineer. I mean, there might have been a different situation where Warix did not take out the warrior in that specific round and actually healed up the ranger. So the warrior wouldn't have been taken out, but you got to look at who was more impactful on to Paul's strategy. And honestly, it might have been the engineer with pulling characters around. So if Warix had actually healed up their ranger and used their ranger to knock out Paul's engineer, this might have come out differently. But that's easy to say in hindsight when you see the completion of the entire battle, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes you only see those lines after you've seen a different one.
So I wonder also about Warix's decision to try and focus the engineer down at the beginning as opposed to Totem.
Yeah, that would have been a little bit different because it's relatively difficult for Warix's character choice to knock out that engineer very quickly because, you know, engineer is only really vulnerable to range damage.
Yeah.
So
it came close, right? The engineer was within one attack. So if things had played out slightly differently, if there's one more attack here or there, then the engineer would have been down earlier.
Yeah, he was guarding the totem Warix, so that made things a little bit more difficult. Like, I'm just throwing stuff out there at this point. Maybe like focusing up on Shio and using their AoE might have helped a little bit. I'm just trying to find ways to like get through that guard. So you're a rock enabler. You're a falling debris enabler. Don't let them do that to you. All right, Paul and Fluffy, let us know when you all are in there. Then we can spectate. All right, excellent.
So we saw the same layout for the first 2 battles. Is that right?
I think so.
Okay, here's something totally different.
Entirely different. A little bit more stable in this layout.
Mm-hmm.
So we got some half cover on both sides. If people are not aware, half cover gives, when you're in that specific zone, it gives you basically 50% range damage defense. So helps out a lot for sub characters. Also, you got to be aware of certain layouts and certain characters that can take advantage of that. So
yeah, I mean, it looks like Paul's strategy has been to go for like a melee damage heavy output team comp here,
which is my preferred team layout on here. So I really do appreciate this team layout on this map.
Yeah, Fluffy's opted to use the Ranger, but the Ranger's just so good, there's still a case to be made, I think.
I mean, considering that you can only have 2 characters behind half cover in this map at any given time, there's still one character that's definitely weak against, well, not weak, but vulnerable to the Ranger's attacks.
Mm-hmm.
So there is still a case to be made here. Definitely been seeing a lot of the Warrior Shio combo in these fights. A good combo all around, just keeping each other defended.
Mm-hmm.
Some really solid defensive capabilities. So Jason, how oh, here we go. We get to see a Sentinel stance getting triggered right there. Getting some extra damage in. Definitely worth it from Shio's side, though. Getting in some piercing damage, I guess you could say, on Shio and the Berserker. Kind of spreading that out a little bit. But yeah, Jason, how much do you want to give away about which characters we are going to be taking a look at in this next patch for kind of a renovation?
Yeah, we're all friends here, right? Should we just should we just come right out?
Oh my gosh, that was brutal with that trade blows. 1 health down on that Ranger. Whew. Brutal. I think we can kind of give it away. I think this is good. You know, we're definitely all friends here. So we are looking at a couple of the characters that we're going to be renovating pretty soon. Chiefly of which is this lovely Berserker who just absolutely obliterated the Ranger. So
Nerf.
we are yeah. We're taking a peek at not like a straight up nerf to the Berserker by any means, but we are definitely going to be redesigning a lot of their toolkit. There's just some abilities that the Berserker had that were relatively difficult to line up. And when you did line them up, they were pretty good, but specifically their focus ability was pretty much almost impossible to use at times. And even when it was used, it sometimes just wasn't as effective as a normal trade blows, which is just very solid damage output. I mean, you don't have to focus for it, and the person doesn't have to be in your row. So we're definitely taking a peek at a lot of their abilities, possibly giving them another theme, an additional theme in there.
Yeah, another string to their bow.
Yeah, so. Exactly. So you might be seeing some maybe some damage over time stuff. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to what's going to happen with this Berserker. Another character that we're looking at is the Warrior. Their changes are not going to be as dramatic because, I mean, really just like the Warrior, they're really solid in a lot of different positions, but what we're going to probably be doing is kind of strongly hinting them toward, like, just a little nudge maybe towards more of the defensive side of their character rather than the offensive side of their character. They're really meant to be seen as a defender first and foremost. Right now there's a lot of actual opportunity for damage output between their Sentinel stance and their regular slash attack. That being said, you might see a little bit less damage output from them, but they will get an additional tool to their layout. So I'm not going to give away anything right now about what that is, but let's just say it's not something we've really seen in the game so far. So it should be pretty exciting to get that on this game.
Yeah, I think the main issue with both of these is that some of their abilities just didn't see a lot of love. Like for the Warrior, their focus abilities, situationally, sometimes you'd use them. We saw quite a nice slam just now, but generally speaking, they aren't seeing as much use as we like. And the same for the Berserker with, the unrelenting strike is not super inspiring. And as you said, the proximity punch just being hard to line up.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm excited to see what people do with this. It feels like an improvement on all fronts to both of these.
Definitely, and it'll definitely shake up the meta, especially since the Warrior is being used so much, and the Berserker in certain situational circumstances is used heavily. So we should be seeing a couple of well-loved characters, see some changes, some welcome changes to their toolkit.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just say that tunnel vision is not going away because it is lovely.
Nope, neither is Inspire. That's
exactly. Yeah, the key abilities to a couple of these characters are not going anywhere. That being said, I think the theming will be a little bit tighter on these characters now, and shove a little bit more, again, nudge a little bit more towards their intended purpose. Types of matchups. Need a nice guard and a Sentinel stance right there, really stacking up on that Berserker.
Yeah, come on. Berserker's got to go down.
Yeah, it's got to go. Berserker causes a lot of trouble. If left unchecked, the Berserker can really cause trouble for some character composition, or for some team comp, rather.
Yeah. I mean, Paul's defense has just been pretty rock solid. He just hasn't put himself in a position where anyone could really be punished.
Yes. All right. We're almost there. Berserker's almost done. Unfortunately, Berserker and Shio and the Warrior on Paul's side do have attacks coming up. All right, delaying that turn. Oof. The normal bash there. Just enough damage to finish off Shio.
Yeah, I think this is a case of, this half cover and stuff is fairly new, but Paul's had one more tournament than Fluffy to start to unpick the meta around team comps and cover.
Yep.
I think that's kind of what's happened here.
Yep. It takes a little while to get into the meta. And once you've participated in a tournament and stuff like that, you get to see what people are using, and by extension, you get to see what's good against those team compositions.
Yeah, then you just copy Warwick's.
Or you just choose whatever is gonna beat Warwick's, hopefully.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
We did
I mean,
see...
that's been done a couple of times. Like, I think Melieve had a really good showing against Warwick's in one or two of the tournaments.
That's
Alimento
true.
as well.
Yeah, I think Exordium came in and took the whole thing from going from nothing to taking the tournament away from Warwick's, I believe. But yeah, no, it is possible. It is possible to beat Warwick's. It's just very difficult.
Okay. Who's next?
Right.
Yeah, I'm down to throw my hat into the ring as well.
All right.
If you're cool with that. So
Get in there, Jason.
Paul. Let's do it. Okay, we are in.
All right, cool. All is gramophones, by the way. Yeah. Gramophones is a fellow dev on the team. Does music and helps out with design and all that good stuff.
So, Profi, this is a very, very unfair tournament you stepped in.
That's why it's not a tournament.
Yeah.
That's why it's a friendly jaunt through the Steamhounds woods.
Although, to be fair, we are all still getting to grips with the implications of these new terrain objects. I don't think anyone has 100% cracked it yet.
It's not even the new terrain objects. It's like battlefield layouts on top of that too, because we change up the layouts as well. So that can have a big impact, even if we didn't change like additional piece of. I'm Andrew. I am doing sound effects and a lot of design work as well.
Yeah, Andrew, we might have to roll you into a battle.
Oh gosh. No. You mean I have to be on camera and fight at the same time? No one does that. No, I'll get in there. No promises, though.
Except all streamers who aren't.
I know. Except every single streamer. I'll get in there. I'll throw my hat in. No promises on my performance, but I'll get in there. Which means I'm going to be paying very close attention to this fight. See what you guys do.
Oh. I already feel like I made a mistake in my formation.
Throwing out excuses already. What is this?
Well, I know a
lot of fallen debris here. Yeah, Jason, you're gonna make an excuse.
Yeah, so I just noticed the Paul went for the engineer, so it's clearly going for some tricksy hooking stuff, and I should maybe have moved my characters out of like hook range.
Nonsense.
I was worried that I might be okay.
Yeah, it depends on when that falling debris happens. The number 3 there, but.
Basically, I realized I put my Shio in the wide guard.
Yep.
But Paul can just hook me back onto the debris.
This is true.
So I'm taking fatigue for no reason because my stance isn't really doing any good to me. And then I'm get rubble tipped on my head, and yeah. I think I should have gone for the resting stance there, or maybe just position myself somewhere else.
Sure, yeah. I want to do commentary, but I don't want to give everything away to Jason. He hasn't noticed yet, so I doubt that I have noticed anything that Jason has not noticed. But that Paul's definitely looking at shuffling around that turn order there.
Surprise, surprise. Okay.
Surprise, surprise. Actually, those rocks didn't move very far. Surprisingly enough. Oof, Paul's looking a little dangerous right now.
Yep. This is where I'm considering. Like, I see the debris and I think, oh, I clearly shouldn't move there. But I'm debating, like, in this situation, maybe it's a good move to do that. We shall see.
Yeah, Fluffy, though, that loading screen background is like, I think it's like a public domain thing. I can't remember.
Yeah,
we have some really talented artists, and you're gonna be seeing that art, hopefully in the near future. But yeah, that's just like a placeholder for now, as is just about everything that you see right now is all placeholder. We're looking to really up the graphical quality, hopefully pretty soon. That would be real nice, but good art takes time.
Yeah,
you can see some of the quality level in like our Twitter and all that kind of stuff. We post art a lot of the times. But yeah.
Yeah, or if you check like the main menu screen, for example.
Yes. Yeah, the main menu screen is pretty sick. We really like that piece of key art, so. All right, Jason. What do you think Paul's going to do right now?
Well, I realized I just can't avoid being hooked onto debris and then stalled out. So I'll just accept it. Try and minimize the damage. Yep.
All right, there it is.
Yeah. What's 10 damage? No problem.
What's 10 damage? It's fine. It's only 14 damage between the arm hook and the and the debris. It's nothing. It's actually a pretty solid basic attack damage, so on focus rather.
Well, I know what I'm doing now.
Hey, you get to go again. Look at that. Not bad. Back again. Poor warrior's gonna get hit pretty soon.
Yep.
All right. Looks like you got hit for 7 damage from that falling debris. Not sure if that's intentional or not.
So I think that's my physical defense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we had this debate, should it just do 10 damage outright? Or the way it works right now is it does 10 sort of base physical damage, which would then be affected by your
interesting
defense.
So that might have the implication that slower characters might not take as much damage, because generally slower characters have higher defenses. So it's not as punishing for heavily armored characters. Paul does not want to move. Paul is fine. He's getting hit.
Yeah,
I guess falling debris.
I guess they don't want the to be slowed down by the totem, right? Presumably.
It's not only slowed down by the totem, but if they move that chemist out of there, they're very vulnerable to anything.
And they lose the synergy with the warrior. Yeah, it's all.
Yep. So it looks like Paul's trying to heal through that damage as much as possible. Pow! We got some broken defense there.
Yeah, I'm finding it really hard to use my defensive stances effectively.
Yeah, especially with how broken up the battlefield is right now.
all my chips on system overload.
It's interesting because you have you still have a relatively unaffected center row there, so not too bad. You can still kind of stack up a little bit and get those defensive capabilities running, but with the positioning of your totem there, it really puts Paul in a difficult place unless they want to line up in the back, which is not 100% where Paul's team comp shines. Can still use Sentinel Stance, though. That's definitely a possible layout, but all things considered.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the Chemist, that Chemist is just going to be out there alone, like not doing much good.
All right, is this going to do enough damage? That's the question. Oh, yes. Yes, it did. Most definitely did enough damage. All right, here we go. Like both of those warriors are going to get hit pretty soon. Going for a slowing strategy here.
Yep.
Need a heal. Don't want to show any weaknesses on any points of those characters. Makes it a little bit more difficult for Paul to strategize where they want to put that damage.
Yep, exactly. I mean, I think he knows where he wants to put the damage.
I know, yeah, it just makes it more difficult to actually capitalize on that at this point.
I should probably have moved back there, but yeah, I mean, this does seem rough for Paul. I don't know if he has a good way around. Just in terms of DPS, this is pretty savage.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, normally what I would say would be to, I don't know, try to capitalize on the engineer's output as much as possible, because, Jason, you don't really have that much range damage output except for that totem. Paul. This means I have to fight Jason now. That's not fair. Yeah, that was kind of a rough matchup, but hey, what are you gonna do? It happens.
Yeah, we'll make a note of this one. This is maybe something that should be investigated if there's a good counter to this. Because I felt like it was all about the totem, right? Nothing else. I was kind of just scrabbling around apart from that, but it still pulled me through to like a relatively straightforward victory. So
combination with Inspire really helps out there. Like, there has to be like a weighting between, okay, the way to knock out totem is like when a player has a warrior on the team is to get as much range damage in there as possible. Unfortunately, the layout made it seem like the range damage wasn't going to do it as much damage. Well, yeah. So there might have been a situation where maybe a good counter to that would have been engineer ranger to get some traps in there, pull them onto that, pull them out of that defensive position, and also onto a decent chunk of damage. But you know, that causes you to have a couple of squishy characters on your team. Always a risk. All right, Jason, I'll join up. I'm getting in there. Now you get to see my indecision in real time with my mouse.
Yep. That's right. Also, my Twitch stream is frozen, so I'm actually not looking. I'm not cheating, and I'm watching you.
That's fine. I haven't switched over to my character.
Oh, okay.
So. This is on purpose. Oh man. I don't even know, man. It's gonna be interesting. What are we gonna do? I wish I could see your team layout right now. I really wish I could. Oh, jeez. Okay. What do I want? I'm very not sure about this layout, so... Well, my opponent is ready, unfortunately. Okay. Okay. I almost picked your team, by the way, so... So at least I think we're on close to the same page here. Okay, I have no idea how this is going to turn out, but... It'll certainly be interesting, I'll say that much. Oh, shoot, I just did a bad. No, I wish I could undo. Ah, Jason, I did a bad thing.
What? Oh no, what have you done?
I did a bad position.
Ah.
I know I did something bad. I wish I could go first and you could not. But unfortunately, you were going first.
You mean you forgot to put your person in the middle?
Yeah. Yeah,
me too. Me too.
Yeah, but you get to move now, so that's not fair. Ah, jeez.
True.
This will be fun. Oh, man. Oof. Oh no. My poor boy. He's gonna go pretty soon, unfortunately. Oh man. Gotta see what we can do here. Oh, I just
realized something I should have done.
Are you watching my stream right now?
No. No, I'm not. I was lamenting my own misplay.
Oh god. Regret that does so much damage. I'm gonna try something non-standard here because I don't know how this is gonna work for me. But we're going to try as much as possible to not get brutally destroyed here. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what to do at this point. Okay, that's not too bad. Weird. Sure, why not? I don't even know where to go at this point. It's gonna get a little bit rough.
Yeah, so what I feel like I maybe should have done is position my Ranger 1 column back.
Yep.
So I could then hook my totem out of the middle tile now.
Maybe.
I mean, I can't do it now, right? But then I could have blocked the middle tile for your totem placement and also prevented him from getting pulled into the
sure,
corrosion.
This is
that's
true.
what I was thinking there.
Got 10 seconds left. Oh, there you go. All right, knew that was happening. A little bit of a delayed reaction there, but we got there.
Yeah, that was. I don't know what happened there. That was interesting.
We got a little bit of an arm movement, and then eventually the projectile came out. The prestige. Yeah, Paul, my 8 AM is not bad. Is not good. I knew this was happening, so I should have done some stuff here, but oh goodness, what do I want to do? I want to see how much it is. Get in there. Come on. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Gotcha.
Oh. Ah. I wanted that turn. I needed that.
You can't have it. Not have that turn. That was basically the turning point right there. I could not let you have that turn. There was no way I was going to survive if I didn't do some trade blows there. Yeah, this is not a game for APM. There's only so many decision points we can have. Although whenever I'm playing a competitive game, I have to resist the urge to like constantly right-click all over the screen, like constantly. From years of playing like Diablo and plenty of League of Legends and stuff like that, just constantly right-clicking on the screen, so you're not standing in place. I'm so glad I took out that totem. That was gonna cause some real problems for me. Some real trouble. What do we want to do here? The only unfortunate thing is that I did knock out that character right in the middle there. Yeah, so that causes some distress. You wouldn't pull a poor berserker, would you? Oh, no, you wouldn't, of course. Oh, gosh. Okay, cool. We're still good for now. Oh, what do I want to do here? Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I use that defense break as much as I possibly can at this point. Oh, here we go. Come on. Give me that 50-50, please. No! Darn it. That was an unnecessarily risky move. I shouldn't have done that. Should have gone for the sure thing. That's okay. Do you think I would have done more damage with the pressure release? Maybe. I think it would have, actually. Darn.
Yeah.
Oh well. Trying to get fancy. That's what I get for trying to get fancy. Nah, no thank you. No, get that out of there. That's dangerous. Can't go placing traps around places. Well, we'll go for the sure thing now. Oof, that last one's standing. God. Return fire. You're not supposed to do that much. Yuck. Oh my gosh. Thought this was going to be a cakewalk. It's almost over now. That one combo really did it for me. That's gonna cause some problems, actually.
Yeah?
I think so, right? Maybe not.
All these turns you've got now.
Yeah. Don't mind me. It's pulling you forward for no particular reason. No reason. All right. Yes, that's the one. Yep, that's fine. This is fine. Oh, jeez. A little closer than I wanted it to be, but that's all right. All right, this, on average, no, it doesn't actually. But that's fine. How do I want to do this? Do that. I'll force you to move. That's physical. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Sure, why not? Get over there. Gotcha. That was close. That got close near the end, especially with that that trap. That trap was enough to make me really nervous. That was a lot of damage.
Yeah, that was a good battle. I feel like I made a couple of missteps that could have gone either way there.
Yeah. There definitely some misplays on both sides, especially with my opening positioning. But honestly, that opening positioning could have gone either way for either of us because the characters had the same speed. So it could have gone either way, but you know, that's what happens. Oh man.
Yeah. So
yeah, so if anyone wants to do battle, let me know. I guess I'm king of the hill right now.
Are we back around to Warwick's now?
If Warwick's is still around, yeah, I'll battle with Warwick's. I'm scared now, but all right, Warwick's. I will create a link battle. All right. Looks like we have got some nice half cover, a little bit of corrosion. Not too much going on here. You know, a little bit sparse, but so my opponent is ready, and I was waiting until that was done. So Works couldn't see what characters I was choosing. If you look, we're ready. So now I can choose characters without you knowing I'm choosing. Oh man. All right. I don't know what I want actually. Any pointers, Jason?
Oh
man.
You're on your own, mate.
No, I'm not on my own. Oh man. Okay. What are we gonna do? Let's do something. Trying to think.
Yeah, sorry, my brother just came in to ask for help unloading the car. I've got a perfect excuse.
Oh, go do that.
No. This is my excuse to not do that.
All right. Yeah, I do like character 6 in this layout. That's true. We're gonna start there. People that are good with character 6, like normally my layout would be something like this. It's just usually a solid combo. I believe Paul, when the last time that you fought Warwick, you used warrior and chemist instead of engineer. It's interesting how like some characters like combos with each other, like pairing up. They generally see like an engineer and a ranger together, or you see warrior chemist, or like warrior and Shio and stuff like that. I think what I'll actually do is this layout. gives us some elemental damage output and some range stuff, as well as some like solid defenses and some physical damage there, and a little bit of AoE as well. So we'll see how a little bit of everything works. It's a little bit heavier, actually. It's not a little bit of everything. It's actually a little bit heavier, but we'll see what happens. All right. Now onto the very important positioning situation. So... It's interesting. So...
Is that one corrosive tile affecting your thinking much?
Since it's in the back, it's not really. I'm considering what is on Warwick's side, and the only character that can do any kind of positional type of influence in terms of like moving people from tiles is the warrior. So what I might do is, in the situation that the warrior might have a shove up and ready, I can put I'm just doing this temporarily. I could put like if I want to go for a full like column kind of thing, I can put a beefier character up here instead of say the totem. Normally my reaction would be, okay, cool. Totem's like one weakness in this situation is range damage. However, if I put Totem right behind here, they're not going to be able to be defended by the warrior. However, in this certain layout, this is actually fine because I have Shio who can do a defensive stance here with the sweep card.
Yeah.
So this makes Totem pretty okay for a little while. Hopefully they won't die pretty soon. But in this circumstance, yeah, I think we're okay here. I think this should be all right. So we're gonna. Sorry it took so long, Warwick's. It takes me a longer run off on stream to do this stuff. So I feel like I have to talk through all my stuff when I do this.
Okay, so
Speaking of which,
going for the sweeping guard there.
Yes. So we are going to try to cause some trouble here. Not 100% sure how I'm going to cause trouble, but we are going to try to do some elemental damage here for a while. Just to pick away at Shio as much as I possibly can.
Yep. Do you ever consider not placing the totem on the first turn?
Yeah, I did. That's what I did in the fight against you.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Because I was trying to get... I knew that the Berserker was going to get pulled around a lot, so I was trying to get as much tunnel vision out of the Berserker as possible, especially since you had some squishier characters. So I was trying to just deal some upfront damage to those characters as soon as possible, which required me to do that melee attack with Totem.
Yeah, I suppose the value of these little tiny attacks just being used to trigger other combos is...
Yep.
You should never really overlook that.
Yeah, no, they can definitely add up. Gosh, I'm so afraid of the opening damage output from Warwick's side here. It like absolutely obliterates my warrior, but we'll see what happens. It's so dangerous.
At least you've got another tanky character there.
Exactly. They do exist for the time being, so. What I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna delay my turn a little bit. And then I'm gonna get Shio inspired. Right back to Sentinel stance. We're gonna get Shio up and running. Give a nice rousing speech. Which should help out a little bit, I believe. Unless I want to encourage, which is also a pretty decent thing. I could try armor breaking right now, but I don't think that's going to do as much as I hope it's going to. He already has like really high defense, so that's kind of a problem. Yeah, let's just do this. This helps out. And then what we're going to do is... Gosh, I don't know what it.
Yeah.
'Cause
Even
that's
that 10 healing would have been quite nice though.
I know. I was thinking about that, but I didn't know if it was going to be enough. That was the only problem. So we're just gonna keep him there. Odds are Works is gonna go after that warrior, but you never know at this point. I'm going with the more unproven strategy here, so this might end up going disastrously, but you know, it happens. It's all about learning. Learning what works, learning what doesn't. This might not work.
So I feel like I should ask, what is it about Alton Towers, which is so...
Yeah, we kind of talked about that for like a brief second, and that was it. My partner really likes whatchamacallit, like theme parks and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
When we were in Florida, we used to go to like Disney and Universal Studios and stuff like that a decent amount. But we started watching like a couple of YouTube channels that go over like a lot of like I think they're this person's based in the UK, and they cover like a lot of different. Sorry, I need to think of what's happening right now. Geez. Okay, so that happened, didn't it? I have to rethink about what I want to do here.
You just have to commentate. You just have to beat Warwick's, and you have to talk to me about Alton Towers. Nothing difficult there.
Oh gosh. Oh no. Yeah, we want to do this, I guess. All right, cool. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. Yeah. So this person's like based in the UK, and they go over a lot of like theme parks, like all over the world, but like. Since they're based in the UK, they do a lot of stuff about like UK theme parks, and I had no idea about any of these. One of which that comes up all the time is Alton Towers. And the one thing that we noticed is like Alton Towers has some really weirdly themed rides, and also really weird like advertisement campaigns for these rides. They're like bizarrely like spooky, kind of like in a weird way.
Yes, yeah. Like the haunted house
like,
thing.
Yeah, is that like property like really weird? Like I know there's a thing about like the tree and stuff like that, but like
okay, so I think I have really enduring memories of like the old TV adverts and their kind of spooky theme tune, and I think those culturally for whatever reason were just really popular.
Yeah.
So I think they've just leaned into it. I don't remember it being like scary, you know, it's just a theme park, but that's their...
Yeah, well, I mean, like, not the theme park itself, but like some of the theming for the rides. Like there's some like illusionist or something like that has sponsored, not sponsored, but has been like, I don't know, there's like a lot of dark rides there. Like they're called dark rides because they're like inside of a place.
Oh yeah.
So why did
I think I remember like an in the dark roller coaster there.
Yeah. Sorry, I have to like figure out what I'm doing here.
Yep.
I need to remember the master plan real quick. There we go. Come on. Get that Inspire engine running. What do I want to do here? Yeah, I still want to... I will be able to talk about Alton Towers in like 2 seconds, but it's taking a lot of my my energy here. Okay, cool. Interesting. All right.
Yeah, I dread to think what those look like with the lights turned on. Because I imagine they just pack the roller coaster in like really tight, right, to make efficient use of the space. So
some of it's like that. Like there's other dark rides that are just like I don't know. You're like in this kind of like room, and like there's one that like the room spins around you, or at least it has the illusion that it does that. There's some interesting stuff.
Oh, is that like when you're standing like on a bridge and in a tunnel, and the whole
it's
tunnel
like
kind of
that.
rotates?
Like there's like a platform that the platform itself moves slightly, and like it can like tilt, so it feels like you're accelerating. But the actual like outside of everything like rotates as well. There's like some projection stuff happening as well. There's a whole bunch of crap going on, basically.
Okay,
so.
It sounds like something designed to induce nausea.
Yeah, but there's some like weird themings for a lot of the rides. Like one of them is like one of those rides where the like it had to do with that tree, I think, where like if a limb falls off, that like this guy got like cursed or something, and like it was like if a limb falls off of that tree, like a member of his family will die. So he like chained up the tree, like the tree just like that's real. Like there are chains on like this tree on like the original Alton Towers property. Like it's really bizarre. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's kind of dark.
Yeah, it's really bizarre. Like, and like this, they themed a ride off of it and stuff. And I'm like, wow, that's something. But yeah, there's also like another dark ride there. You go in like I don't know if it's at Alton Towers, but it's somewhere in the UK. Where you like you go in and it's supposed to be like, there goes my warrior. You go into like this like fake subway. Basically, it's like a fake tube, and then you go on, and then they have you put on like a VR headset that like overlays like stuff, kind of like AR, kind of, where it's like it's filmed from your position, but like, you know, it's interesting to say the least. Oh gosh, I'm in trouble now because I didn't quite knock out the people that I needed to knock out here. Oh geez, this is gonna be
and the
real
totem
interesting.
placement, yeah.
Because I have to put down a totem again, and that's a problem right now.
Yeah, I mean the ranger can escape, I suppose, if you put it towards the back, but the other two are still gonna.
Yeah. I'm just trying to pick away at Shio as much as possible here, and hopefully this is gonna be close to enough. I don't think it is, unfortunately, but if I can get Shio down, I'm in a pretty good space. But they do have focus, which is a problem.
Yep.
And if I decide to move my Shio behind Totem right now to get back some fatigue stuff, then I can get hit by a nice, lovely bro-based AoE attack, which is not what I'm looking forward to. So even though Shio does have 65 health,
I wonder if orcs will keep that focus ability in the bank, or if.
Yeah, I don't know. But they did just take off my buff with a quick shot, so that's not very nice of them. I still was feeling the effects of the rousing speech. So they took off my buff real quick, so I'm a little bit fragile right now, unfortunately. Piercing Wit only does so much. But hopefully... Oh gosh, 5 to 7, huh? I'm gonna need to go for it, because otherwise I don't know really what to do with this character at this point. I could encourage, but that doesn't really do anything at this point. So we're just gonna try to, we're gonna take some damage here. That's all right. That's gonna be okay. 17, which is a lot.
some damage, yeah.
Yeah, some damage, exactly. So it looks like we are gonna be able to take out Shio, which is nice. So what I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna try to catch my breath a little bit. Try to take out as much fatigue as possible here. And that was enough, so that's good. So I can switch on over to like a pressure release or something like that if I so choose. I'm actually going to do the pressure release right now. Ooh, 4, huh? That is not a lot. So it does 11 there. Just try to figure out a way to knock out that ranger as soon as possible. The warrior's going to get a little bit scary if I do that, but I feel like the combo potential of the ranger causes a big problem. So, right now,
and I guess there's not much. I guess there's not much hope in focusing up and going for the system overload, right?
Yeah, because they can just move out of the way into those front tiles there. So that causes a problem, and I'm gonna have to. And if they move into the front tiles, I can't move the totem into a place where
you can't really punish them for that, can you?
Yeah, exactly. So
that's probably exactly where he would prefer to be right now, anyway.
Yeah, so this causes a little bit of trouble for me, unfortunately. Oh gosh, see? Oh no. Oof. Yeah, we're getting hit a little bit, unfortunately. I'm in a really rough situation where I'm gonna get hit by a sentinel stance if I do anything, but the only thing I could possibly do to not get hit by that sentinel stance is to place the totem in a place where I can hit that ranger with a couple of the oh no, that's not even gonna work now, is it? This is gonna be real rough. I think I'm just gonna have to take the damage at this point. I need to really try to knock out this ranger as much as possible. So we're just gonna go for it. I'm gonna get hit real hard here, unfortunately. Well, it's not too bad. Was not able to push them back in the turn order, unfortunately. But see what we can do. Encourage is not really gonna do it at this point, so we're just gonna try to knock out this ranger as much as possible. We're gonna try. Yep, that's gonna hurt. We're back up to 8 here. I'm not really caring about melee attacks because the ranger's going to come up. So I'm just going to keep on trying to catch my breath, get as much defenses as possible. Maybe I'll be able to survive a quick shot here. I don't know if that's possible. But if I do survive the quick shot, I'm in a very good place.
Yep.
But it looks like we're going to get down to a totem versus warrior situation. All right, looks like Shio's going to survive a little bit. I know what's going to happen, unfortunately, but we're going to try to do something. Sure. Pressure release is not going to help me for anything. Disruptor blade is not going to do enough. What I'm going to actually do, in order to avoid taking damage from the warrior, I'm actually going to move my totem around slightly. And I'm going to start using that shock module, which helps me out in a couple of different ways. It increases my physical defense, so if the warrior decides to attack me, it's not going to do as much, but also it's going to be enough to knock out that ranger. So that's at least that's the plan right now. So I think we're going to get down into a situation where it's going to be warrior. Yep, there goes Shio.
Yeah. And if only the middle tile would be open, that'd be a much nicer 1v1 for you.
Yeah, if only that middle tile was open. Yeah, I didn't have really much choice.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do here?
Me or Warwick's?
In this 1v1, yeah.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, Warwick's had a good point as well. That the
slash.
Fatigue,
yeah, that's correct.
The fatigue didn't really matter there.
So the funny thing is, Warwick's, you could have actually saved the ranger there. There was a percent chance that if you moved the warrior behind that totem, the ranger might not have been dead, and they could have gotten a turn. So, and I would have totally been dead at that point. That would have been really rough for me, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, that would then have opened him up for the pressure release.
Yes, that is true. So it's all about give and take here, and I'm going to be taking a lot of damage very soon. I don't really have a way of working around this, unfortunately.
Yeah, right. He can chase you around.
This is entirely true.
Or he can keep running away.
Yes.
Probably before you filled up with steam.
Yeah. The thing is, I get 2 turns in a row a lot.
So you do.
But I only have 13 health, so so that causes a bit of a problem now. Because I'm gonna get knocked out no matter what next round. So is there a way for me to do 20 damage?
With the chip damage and the.
Yeah, it's a rough situation. I cannot do Disruptor Blade. I can't do System Overload. I have to replace the totem at this point because I can't pressure release. So what I'm gonna try to do at least. Yeah, I think this is my only choice really. So I don't think the stun module is gonna push him back any more turns at this point. I think we're just gonna have to try to shock him.
Yeah, I think so.
That's 3. And then we can get a pressure release in there. 6. Shock module up. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me! I can't believe it! No! Oh no! Oh no! That was 1 health off.
That's tough. Clip that someone.
Oh no! Ah, Warwick's. That was really good. That was so close.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
That was real cool. I didn't think I was going to be able to do enough damage, but I'm kind of happy that I got down to 1 anyway. So, oh
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, that was epic.
That was real close. Wow, that's absolutely crazy. That was something. Oh wow.
So, what are we thinking, Andrew, in terms of battles? Are we about ready to wrap this up?
Yeah, I
Or is
think
there-
we are. I think we got some good fights in here. It was a fun day, even though we didn't have a tournament, but we got some really cool battles in, and we got
Yeah,
to play today. So
yeah. No, I really actually kind of enjoyed this format. It was fun just hang out and
no,
play
it's
some
good.
stuff.
Nah, that
And
was fun though.
yeah, I think we'll let Warwick's and Fluffy each pick their preferred prize from the tournament prize pool.
Yeah, sure.
Since Warwick's has an avatar already, I don't know if he wants another one.
We could switch out your avatar. You can have your choice. How you're
Yeah.
feeling that day. Because your avatar right now looks really jovial. So if you had like an aggressive avatar,
Oh, we can have like a Hulk mode, like a beast mode.
we switch it out once Works gets to the final match. It's terrible.
Oh,
No, that's good though. So awesome.
that was
No,
fun.
this is a lot of fun.
I will just spam our usual links in here.
Yeah, sure. Get those links in there.
Yeah, thanks a lot again to Fluffy for joining in the tournament after so long.
Yeah, welcome
Love
back.
playing. And thanks obviously to Warwick's again for
kicking our butts.
being a formidable opponent. Yeah.
No, that's good. Yeah. Also, I'm sure you all have done this already, but we're actually like on Steam. Like we have a listing. You can't buy the game yet, but if you wishlist it, that helps us out a lot. So, just if you haven't done it yet, but otherwise, yeah.
Let Steam know that we're awesome, and it should.
Yeah. Let Steam know that people
push
want
up
this
those
game.
rankings.
But anyway, yeah. Thanks everybody for coming out. Sneak peek for next patch. We've got some character reworks for the Berserker and the Warrior. So that should definitely shake things up a bit. But yeah, thanks everybody for coming out, and until next time.
Bye bye.
See ya.